Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Erica Amaro and I am a certified Faster Way to Fat Loss coach. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you my own personal weight loss journey, my whole story from beginning to end. So it's likely to be a long one. You might want to grab a drink or a snack, just in case. I don't want you getting hungry or thirsty. So let's jump right in. Oh gosh, where do we even start? I was a teenager through the 90s. And we all know that that time period was a terrible time period for a young girl transitioning to becoming an adult, when your model body type were the waif-thin models like Kate Moss. That was our example of what was supposed to be beautiful. If you were not super skinny, then you were overweight. Now, that obviously didn't bode well for a teenage girl's mental health, and caused eating disorders. So, through my late teens, high school, and college years, I battled with some eating disorders. I really had terrible body image. I've always had like an athletic build naturally, so that long, skinny, I'm 5'2", so that long, thin legs, skinny look, I was never gonna get it unless I literally starved myself. So fast forward to adulthood. I didn't really have a much better relationship with food. I'd become a mother, I'd gotten, had a couple of babies, my weight had gone up and down, but for the most part, I had a pretty decent metabolism and pretty good eating habits. So I've never been a huge junk food junkie. Of course, I've always loved to indulge in treats and whatnot, but losing the baby weight after my first two children was actually not anything too difficult. I also breastfed, and for me, that was a huge tool in helping me turn back to my pre-baby weight body. My body just kind of like naturally had this weight zone that it liked to be and stay at during that time period. Now this is mid to late 20s, early 30s. And then after I had my third child, I believe I was 33, and I just never was able to bounce back from that. So then comes, the negative self-talk again. All the things I had done in the past to lose that baby weight just weren't working for me anymore. I had gotten close to the pre-baby weight body that I had stayed at for, at least a decade or longer. But I was still like 5 to 10 pounds away from it. And when I would get that close, suddenly a holiday would come and extra get-togethers and gatherings. And the next thing I knew, I was, 15 pounds away from that goal again. And it was like this hamster wheel that I couldn't get off. I know that so many of you can relate to me when I say that I tried it all. Every new thing that came out, I tried it. Keto, I did Weight Watchers. Not that that's new, it's been out forever. Just trying to think of a few other fads. I tried to do juicing. I actually did, which we do in the Faster Way, I did did some intermittent fasting on my own, which was effective for a period of time. But because I really didn't have any guidance or know what the heck I was doing, of course, it was like this constant yo-yo effect. I would lose the weight and then I would gain it back. And I just couldn't maintain, and I couldn't get to where my goal or my ideal body weight is. So it was probably, I must have been fall of 2018. It was October. We had just ended, probably about a month prior, we had just ended a summer vacation with some friends. And those vacations, you indulge in a lot of extra eating out and yummy food, a lot of alcoholic beverages. And I came back from that vacation like barely fitting in my swimsuits and my summer clothes. So I had been, as I like to refer to it, stalking a few people who were doing this program called The Faster Way to Fat Loss. I was stalking them on Instagram, and I was trying to figure out how I'm like, I'm smart enough. Like I know enough about health and nutrition. I can figure this out and do it on my own, right? So I stalked these people and watched their stories and saw their posts and saw their transformations and tried to figure it out on my own. I even purchased some Faster Way to Fat Loss cookbooks, digital cookbooks online. And finally I was just like, you know what do I have to lose? Like, I'm not cracking the code. I'm not doing this on my own. I am not being successful. I hate who I see in the mirror. I feel absolutely terrible. I'm tired. I'm moody. I'm grumpy. I'm just not in a great place. And how am I being a good example for my children? I've got 2 little girls, and like, what am I showing them? And having that experience of having a negative body image and a bad relationship with food, it has always been my goal to do better for them. And I just saw myself slipping into this rabbit hole that wasn't a good place. And I didn't want them to witness that, and they were little at this point, pretty young. So I knew that I needed to make some big changes if I wanted to be and live up to the role model that I needed to be for them. So one night I said, you know what? I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to sign up for it. I'm going to tell my husband afterwards. He always says it's better to ask for forgiveness than permission. So that's what I did. I signed up, paid the $199, and registered for an October round. I want to say it was like October 3rd or October 6th was when my round started. And in the Faster Way to Fat Loss, we use nutritional strategies such as intermittent fasting, carb cycling, tracking macros, all of those things I was familiar with other than really carb cycling. I had never played with carb cycling, but I knew that intermittent fasting wasn't going to be an issue. I was doing that a year or two beforehand. And none of the strategies were scary. It may be a little overwhelming at first because it seemed like a lot of information, but I knew that some of these strategies we're using were effective for me in the past, and that maybe going forward with a coach and someone holding me accountable, and having to show up for a community, and having someone coach me through it, that maybe I would have much more success this time. So as I'm going through my 6 weeks, I am sleeping better. I am managing my stress better. My mood is better. The weight is dropping. I'm feeding my body whole foods. I am literally feeling fabulous. My clothes are getting looser. I see the muscle definition coming back through. It was, as cliche and cheesy as it sounds, it was so life-changing. And while I was going through that round, the opportunity came about to become a coach. Coach certification had opened up, and I just knew and felt it in my heart and soul that I needed to seize this opportunity and interview to become a coach so that I could share this amazing program with as many people as I possibly could. It had helped me so much that I needed to tell as many people about it, and maybe it could help them too. If they were feeling terrible and stuck and trying everything and spinning their wheels and just not getting anywhere, this program just helped heal me mentally and physically, and I wanted to share it with so many. So fast forward, I became a coach. They liked me in the interview. I took my certification and became a coach and ran my first round in December of 2018. Coaching was going great. Absolutely loved connecting with so many men and women, teaching them all of these ways to take care and nurture their body. And it was going wonderfully. So then life happened. Then, life got really messy and really tough. In the summer of 2019, we had decided, so at this point I had been a coach for maybe 7-8 months, that we were going to sell our home and we were going to be building a new home. But first we needed to sell our house. We were going to be downsizing and living in a little 2-bedroom trailer, all 5 of us with our 2 dogs, while we built a new home, our dream home essentially. We also decided that we would sell our home on our own without a realtor. So that was a big undertaking. Getting everything prepped and ready to go and cleaned and staged and showing the house to all the people. So that sort of consumed our summer and our fall. That fall, I had taken a full-time position at our local elementary school where my children attended as a special education aide. Prior to that, I had been a stay-at-home mom, but I also ran an in-home daycare. So since we were going to be moving into a tiny little trailer, I couldn't continue this at-home daycare. We just weren't going to have the space, and it was time to do something different. So my Fastaway coaching business had really always kind of been my side gig. I take this job at the school, and my time schedule changes. We sold our home and moved out right before Christmas, and we moved to the middle of nowhere. We still live in the middle of nowhere, and had absolutely terrible cell phone reception, actually no cell phone reception, and very bad internet service. So trying to run your side gig, which is an online business, with bad cell phone and internet is not easy. During this time, my mom was also diagnosed with ovarian cancer, and it was just a really stressful time. So my coaching business kind of sat off to the side. I just didn't have the time or the resources really to pour into it. And then COVID happened. COVID and the lockdown, and everybody becoming at-home teachers and trying to do this virtual learning stuff. Talk about a stressful time. We were in this tiny little trailer, and all crammed in there, stuck together, trying to do Zooms with terrible internet service. That summer of 2020, my mom had gotten the all clear of her ovarian cancer after she completed her 6 rounds of chemotherapy. And within, I would say, roughly 6 weeks, she fell ill again very quickly and was diagnosed with stage 4 pancreatic cancer. I'm not gonna cry. So since then, she has been fighting for her life. So, what did I do during this time? Well, I naturally ate and drank my feelings. I didn't deal with them. I suppressed them, and I gained a lot of weight. So, in the 2 years of COVID time, I put on 30 pounds. Oh, talk about just feeling so defeated and not recognizing the person in the mirror. My absolute breaking point this time around was when I stepped on the scale, and I was about 6 pounds away from what I weighed 9 months pregnant, all 3 of my pregnancies. I was 6 pounds away from being the max weight I had been 9 months pregnant. And I knew, I knew something had to change and that I couldn't continue this way. And it wasn't good. So this past summer, I knew I needed to get my act together. I guess I should also add that COVID made it impossible really to build a house. Prices went through the roof and material was like non-existent. So we just ended up in this trailer longer than we had originally planned for. This summer we decided we were gonna buy my dad's house, which is where we live now. We bought his home from him. And I started taking bites at regaining my health and fitness. Like that analogy, how do you eat an elephant? That was one thing I realized. I had gotten myself in such such a deep hole in such a bad place, like emotionally, mentally, physically, that I couldn't handle big changes all at once. I wasn't mentally capable of it. So I knew I needed to take it a step at a time. You eat an elephant one bite at a time. And that was how I got myself through it and ready mentally. So I started slow, really trying to limit alcohol because I knew that was a problem for me. Also moving, working out, starting out easy, just doing hikes, stuff that I enjoyed, trying to do workouts that I enjoyed so that I would want to show up and do it again the next day, and sort of upping it each week, trying to do more and more workouts per week. And then slowly but surely adding in the Faster Way nutritional strategies. I don't know why it took me so long to get back to it, but I just wasn't mentally ready. I was in such a dark place. I wasn't ready. So this fall, through the summer, I had maybe lost 10 pounds, nothing big. But I was feeling better. I was moving. I was eating better. I wasn't drinking as much. So by fall, that was when, when you're getting back into your routines, kids are going back to school. And I was like, all right, now I'm ready. I feel like I'm ready. I'm going all back in. I am going back to my Faster Way to Fat Loss lifestyle. And let's just see what I can do. My husband, who is forever my biggest supporter, was like, I will do it with you. And if you've been around here for any length of time, or you follow me on Instagram, then my first round back in 2018, he also just copied what I did and had amazing success. So he's been going along with me these last few months and seeing awesome success himself. But it didn't take me long to just start feeling so good again. And then it was just like that, duh moment, why did it take me so long to get here? Eating those whole foods, doing my intermittent fast, and working out every day, even on my active rest days, just moving my body, whether it be yoga or a little Pilates or going for a walk. It feels so good. And when I do that for myself every single day, those effective 30-minute workouts, I'm seeing the results. I'm feeling the results. My family is feeling those results because mom seems more present and happier. They see that too. And it has just been absolutely amazing. So I, of course, was like, got the bug to get back into the coaching ring. So this fall, I just was like, you know what? I'm just gonna throw it out there and see if it sticks, and put out, a call to action. Anybody who wanted to join me and around. And I got a few clients to sign up, and it has felt so good to be back in this arena. I absolutely love sharing the Faster Way to Fat Loss. I love helping other busy moms, women out there struggling, trying to figure out how to love their bodies, how to care for their bodies, how to care for their families, how to care for themselves so they can better care for their families, how to show them that making healthy meals for your family doesn't have to be hard or difficult, and just trying to simplify it so that it fits into their life and have them feeling so good from the inside out. I absolutely love this mission. I feel it is absolutely what God has put me here to do. And it is my passion and my purpose to share this program with as many people as I possibly can. So with that, I recently gave my notice at the school. And in about a week and a half will be my last day, and I will be doing this coaching full-time, which I am so thrilled and excited for. Just being able to have the time to really pour into this and really pour into you. That is my ultimate dream, and I am so blessed to be able to live that. So yeah, I told you guys it was probably going to be a little bit lengthy. But that's the long and short of my story and my weight loss journey. I'm sure there's a few more details in there that I have forgotten to mention, but this video is long enough. You probably don't want to hear them anyways. So anyway, if you click down in the description box, you can find other ways to connect with me, Instagram, my Facebook page. If you have questions about the Faster Way to Fat Loss, and if this is the right program for you, I would love for you to connect with me and reach out to me. You can leave me a comment below this video. You can send me a DM on Instagram or Facebook. I would love to connect with you and answer any questions that you might have about this program and make sure that it's the right fit for you too. You know, if you're a struggling mama out there who is running ragged and feel like there is not enough hours in the day, I know you, I see you, I've been you, and I'd love to help you. So guys, reach out to me. Happy to help answer any questions you have. I would love to connect with you. I put content out every single week, and I like to try to do series for you guys too that help simplify this program and eating healthy while your family has you going in 6 different directions. So make sure you subscribe so you don't miss a video. Follow me on Instagram, Facebook, send me a message. I'd love to hear from you. All right, guys, until next time, bye.